Hi, this is the first video in the series for example sums on the topic of journal entries for forfeiture and the reissue of shares. So let's go to the first example sum. First example sum: X Limited forfeited 900 equity shares of rupees 100 each for the non-payment of allotment money of rupees 30 per share and the first call of rupees 20 per share. The second and final call of rupees 25 per share has not been made. The forfeited shares were reissued for rupees 90 per share, 75 paid up. Let's make a few notes. The number of shares forfeited is 900 shares forfeited. The face value is rupees 100 and the issue price is also rupees 100. It's issue at par. It says the second and final call of rupees 25 has not been made. So the amount called up is rupees 75 per share. Out of this, the first call of rupees 20 per share and allotment of rupees 30 per share has not been paid. So the balance application would be 75 minus the total of allotment and first call, 50 rupees. So application is 25 rupees. Application has been paid and the allotment and the first call has not been paid. Moreover, the forfeited shares, all forfeited shares are reissued. 900 shares reissued. The reissue price is rupees 90 and paid up amount rupees 75. So let's go ahead to pass the journal entries. Solution: in the books of X Limited, journal, we have date / serial number, particulars, LF number, debit rupees and credit rupees. The first entry, we will forfeit the shares. Equity, share capital account, debit. The number of shares forfeited, 900 shares multiplied by the amount called up per share, which is rupees 75. Comes up to 67,500 rupees. There is no premium. It's issued at par to forfeited shares account. For the amount received on 900 shares, we've received rupees 25 per share. Comes up to 22,500 rupees. To equity share allotment account. The allotment money which is due but not received, 900 shares multiplied by rupees 30 per share, 27,000 rupees. And to equity share first call account, $900 shares multiplied by 20 rupees not due but not received on the first call comes up to 18,000 rupees. We need to check if the total of the debit is equal to the total of the credit. It adds up and is equal. 900 shares forfeited for non-payment of allotment money and first call money. The second entry is for the reissue of the share. Bank account debit. The number of shares reissued, 900 shares multiplied by the reissue price is 90 per share. Total amount 81,000 rupees. The amount of reissue price is 90 rupees greater than the paid up amount. So it's reissue at premium to equity share capital account. The amount credited as paid up is 900 shares multiplied by rupees 75 per share, comes up to 67,500 rupees. And 2 securities premium reserve. The amount of the premium, 900 shares multiplied by the difference between the reissue price and the paid up amount, comes up to rupees 15, comes up to 13,500. $900 shares reissued at rupees 90 per share. The last entry is for the gain on the reissue of shares to be transferred to the capital reserve. Forfeited shares account debit. To capital reserve account. For gain on reissue of shares transferred to capital reserve account. Let's do the working notes for this. We need to arrive at the amount received from the defaulting shareholder on shares reissued and subtract the discount on reissue. The amount received from the defaulting shareholder on the shares reissued is 900 shares multiplied by rupees 25 per share. Minus the shares have been reissued at premium, so the amount of discount on reissue is 0. So the amount to be transferred to capital reserve is 22,500 rupees. So this is the answer to the first example sum. Example sum 2. The directors of M Limited resolved that 2,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each, 7 rupees 50 paise paid, be forfeited for the non-payment of final call of 2 rupees 50 paise. 1800 of these shares were reissued for rupees 6 per share. Give journal entries. We'll prepare a few notes. Number of shares forfeited is 2000 equity shares. The face value of the share is rupees 10, as well as the issue price. Since it's issue at par, the issue price is also rupees 10. It says the final call of 2.50, 2 rupees 50 paise has not been paid. So we can understand that the full amount has been called up. So rupees 10 called up. The final call is what has not been paid. It's 2 rupees 50 paise. And the amount which has been paid is 7 rupees 50 paise. This has been paid and the final call has not been paid. 1800 shares, equity shares reissued. The reissue price is rupees 6 per share. And the amount which has to be credited against share capital as paid up, there is no information given, so the amount which is called up has to be credited as paid up. The amount called up is rupees 10 per share. So let's go on to pass the journal entries in the books of M Limited journal. We have date / serial number, particulars, LF number, debit rupees, and credit rupees. The first entry is for the forfeiture of shares. Equity share, capital account debit. The number of shares forfeited, 2000 shares multiplied by the amount which is called up per share, rupees 10, totaling 20,000 rupees. 2. Forfeited shares account. The amount received on the shares which are forfeited, 2000 shares multiplied by rupees 7.50 per share, comes up to 15,000 rupees. And 2. Equity share, final call account. Amount due but not received on the shares forfeited, 2000 shares multiplied by rupees 2.50 per share, comes up to 5,000 rupees. The total of the debit is equal to the total of the credit. So we have 2000 equity shares forfeited for the non-payment of final call. The second entry is for the reissue of shares. Bank account debit. The number of shares reissued is 1800 shares and the reissue price is rupees 6 per share. Total amount 10,800 rupees. The reissue price rupees 6 is less than the amount to be credited as paid up, which is rupees 10. So the shares have been reissued at discount. So forfeited shares account debit with the amount of the discount on reissue, which is 1800 shares multiplied by rupees 10 minus rupees 6, which is rupees 4 per share. comes up to 7,200 rupees. 2. Equity share capital account. The number of shares reissued, 1,800 shares multiplied by the amount credited as paid up, comes up to 18,000 rupees. The total of the debit is equal to the total of the credit. 1,800 equity shares reissued at rupees 6 per share. The last entry is for the transfer of gain on reissue of forfeited shares to capital reserve. Forfeited shares account debit to capital reserve account. Gain on the reissue of 1,800 shares transferred to the capital reserve account. Let's prepare working notes for the gain on reissue. Amount received from the defaulting shareholder on shares reissued. Minus the discount on reissue. The amount received from the defaulting shareholder on the shares reissued, 1,800 shares reissued multiplied by amount received is 7.50 per share, minus the discount on reissue. We can get it from the reissue entry. I'll remove the split. The discount on reissue is the amount which is debited to forfeited shares account in the reissue entry. That's 7,200 rupees. So the final amount, 13,500 minus 7,200 rupees. Up to rupees 6,300. So these are the journal entries. And the working notes at the bottom. Example sum 3. ABC Limited forfeited 150 equity shares of rupees 10 each, issued at a premium of rupees 5 per share, for non-payment of allotment money of rupees 8 per share, including the premium of rupees 5 per share, the first call of rupees 2 per share, and the final call of rupees 3 per share. Out of these, 100 equity shares were reissued at rupees 14 per share. Give journal entries to record the forfeiture and the reissue of shares. Before we go to the solution, let's make a few notes. $150 equity shares are forfeited. The face value rupees 10 and the issue price is rupees 10 plus the premium of rupees 5 or rupees 15. the full amount has been called up, rupees 10 plus rupees 5. Out of this, the final call is rupees 3. The first call is rupees 2. The allotment is rupees 8, including the premium of rupees 5. So it's 3 plus 5, and therefore the application, being the balancing figure, should be rupees 2. So we have that the application has been paid, but the allotment including premium, the first call as well as the final call, has not been paid. The number of shares reissued is 100 equity shares reissued. The reissue price is rupees 14 per share. There is no mention about whether it's fully paid up or anything, but since the full amount is called up, the amount to be credited as paid up is the amount called up, which is rupees 10. So let's go ahead with passing the journal entries. Solution in the books of ABC Limited. Journal. We have date / serial number, particulars, LF, debit rupees and credit rupees. First entry for the forfeiture of 150 equity shares. Equity share capital account debit. The number of shares forfeited is 150 shares multiplied by the amount which is called up per share, rupees 10, comes up to 1500 rupees. The premium has not been received, so we'll debit securities premium reserve account. We need to debit it with the amount of premium not received, which is 150 shares multiplied by rupees 5 per share, 750 rupees, to forfeited shares account. The amount which is already received, 150 shares multiplied by the application money of rupees 2 per share, 300 rupees, to equity share allotment account. The amount due on allotment including premium which is not received, 150 shares multiplied by rupees 8 per share, 1200 rupees, to equity share first call account. Amount due on first call but not received, 150 shares multiplied by rupees 2 per share, 300 rupees, and to equity share final call account. The amount which is due on the final call but not received, 150 shares multiplied by rupees 3 per share, comes up to 450 rupees. Narration: 150 equity shares forfeited for the non-payment of allotment money and call money. We need to check if the total of the debit is equal to the total of the credit. The total of the debit is 2,250 rupees and the total of the credit is also 2,250 rupees. Let's move on to the second entry for the reissue of shares. Bank account debit, number of shares reissued, 100 shares multiplied by the reissue price of rupees 14 per share comes up to 1,400 rupees. The reissue price of rupees 14 is greater than the amount to be credited as paid up, which is rupees 10. So it's reissue at premium. We'll credit to equity share capital account with the amount which has to be credited as paid up, which is rupees 10 per share, comes up to 1,000 rupees. To securities premium reserve account. The amount of premium, 100 shares multiplied by the difference between the reissue price of rupees 14 and the amount paid up, which is rupees 10, comes up to rupees 400 rupees. Narration: 100 equity shares reissued at rupees 14 per share. Let's move on to the final entry to transfer the gain on reissue of forfeited shares to capital reserve. Forfeited shares account debit, to capital reserve account. For the gain on the reissue of 100 forfeited shares transferred to capital reserve account. Let's do the working notes for the calculation of the gain on reissue of forfeited shares. You need to get the amount which is received from defaulting shareholder on shares reissued, which is 100 shares minus the discount on reissue. The amount which is received from the defaulting shareholder on the 100 shares is 100 shares multiplied by rupees 2 application money minus the shares have been reissued at premium, hence the discount on reissue is 0. Therefore, the total amount is rupees 200. I'll remove the split and we can view the answer. These are the journal entries.